Hello guys, this is Exhaust here. Today, we'll be continuing body. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into it. Stomach. Food starts to digest the moment it enters from the mouth. Enzymes in the saliva start to break down the food. Enzymes are natural substances, proteins, that speed up chemical reactions. As saliva moistens the passage down the throat, food passes down easily after being torn apart by the front teeth and chewed and mashed up by the back teeth. A strong, muscular tongue also helps send food down to the stomach. Acid bath. The stomach is J-shaped and is on the upper left side of the abdomen. An adult stomach is about 10 inches long, but can easily expand to hold about 1 quart of food. When food reaches the stomach, it gets soaked in very strong acid that breaks down all the different molecules of food. The stomach walls are made of 4 layers, and the innermost layer has glands that secrete or release acid and enzymes to do all the hard work. You know, the word stomach is derived from the Greek word stomachos. Stomachos is derived from the word stemma, meaning mouth. Digesting a meal. Once food is chewed and swallowed, there's a long journey of digestion that can take over a day. There are many different organs and enzymes that work at digesting different parts of the meal. Starch, for example, starts to get broken down saliva in the mouth. Proteins have to wait until the strong acids stomach breaks them down. Would acid burn a hole for you? It certainly would, but you get a new stomach lining every 3 to 4 days. If you didn't, the strong digest food would also digest your stomach. Fun fact, food also swallowed at lunch. After a bit of chewing, it takes around 10 to 15 seconds for swallowed food to arrive in the stomach. Stomach time. Food usually spends about 4 hours being broken down in the stomach, although if it is rich food, this can take longer. Rumblings in my intestine. As food leaves the stomach, it gets pushed slowly through the small intestine, cause loud rumbling, bubbly noises. Late arrivals. It can take early hours of the next morning for the remainder of the undigested food to arrive at the end. The food that you eat expands the stomach, and it can take this before a signal is sent stomach to the brain, telling you that you are full. Stomach can expand 50 times its empty volume. Intestines. Intestine is a long tube that starts at the bottom of the stomach, finishes at the anus. It plays an essential role in the digestive system. It processes all the food you eat, passes all the non-digestible food through the body to come out as waste, also known as feces. The intestine is actually split into two parts with two functions: small intestine, large intestine. Small intestine is the thinner tube that starts at the stomach and winds all the way around until it becomes wider. This is where it turns into the large intestine. During the sausage. Small intestine is about 20 feet long, 1 inch wide, and is the longest part of the digestive system. So it's longer than the larger intestine, while the small intestine cuts thinner. There are three parts to the small intestine, called the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. The stomach churns up the food you have eaten and squirts and squirts. It squirts. Duodenum, pancreas, duodenum. Pancreas is here. The bile, the gallbladder, as juices from the pancreas break down the rest of the food. This releases nutrients, which are absorbed as the walls and start to enter the bloodstream as the food and waste move into the small intestine. The waste then moves into the large intestine for further processing. Bioavailability. Nutrients are absorbed all the way along the walls of the small intestine to help with the absorption to make it quicker. Walls are lined with microscopic finger-like protrusions called villi and microvilli. These increase the surface area. Muscular motion. Digested food is moved through the small intestine by ways of muscle contraction and relaxation. This process is called peristalsis and squeezes food along the digestive tract. How to make feces. After leaving the small intestine, any undigested food enters the last part of your digestive tract, the large intestine. The large intestine. This is around 5 feet long and is wider than the small intestine. Space for creating feces. The undigested food and fiber pass through the large intestine and the walls reabsorb water that had been used in the digestive process. This makes the food waste products harden and form feces or through the same muscular motion intestine, the feces rectum exuded through the anus, hopefully into a toilet. Kidneys. Kidneys are organs that clean and filter the blood. We normally have two kidneys, and the body needs at least one to stay alive. The kidneys are found at the bottom of the rib cage. At the back of the body, there is one on each side of the spine. Kidneys are bean-shaped and about 5 inches long. How do they work? Blood flows through the kidneys, through the renal arteries, then pass through a series of blood vessels that get smaller and smaller, leading to the tiny filtering units called nephrons, to which blood is forced at high pressure. The nephrons clean the blood and produce urine. Waste products the body doesn't need. The urine is sent down a tube called the ureter and collects in the bladder, which is a storage device for collecting urine. Once the bladder is half full, it signals to the brain that you need to urinate. The urine is expelled from the body down another tube called urethra. When we urinate, the clean blood is reabsorbed into the body. The kidneys also control the water levels in the body. If you drink too much, the kidneys get rid of the excess water by producing watery, pale urine. If the body is short of water, the kidneys don't pass as much urine. You urinate less, and your urine will be much darker. The brain and kidneys communicate through hormones, which tell the kidneys whenever to keep or expel fluids. If you're more thirsty, your brain is telling you to drink more fluids to keep your body as balanced as possible. A balancing act. Another job of the kidneys is to balance the volume of fluids and minerals in the body. It is called homeostasis. The amount of water we take into our bodies and the amount of water our bodies get rid to balance like these scales. Our bodies get water when we drink it or other fluids. We also get water from foods, such as fruit, vegetables. Water leaves the body in several ways. Urine makes up more than half the water we expel in urine. Breath contains around a quarter the water our bodies get rid of. Sweat counts for a 12th of the water we dispose of, and finally a small amount comes out in feces. Did you know blood pressure is controlled by the amount of water in the body? But amazing. The blood flow through the kidneys is higher than the brain, liver, or heart. So the kidneys also produce a hormone that tells the body to make red blood cells. How cool! The kidneys look just like kidney beans. Kidney beans are actually very good for the kidneys and help heal and maintain kidney function. Kidney beans provide a variety of minerals and vitamins. Fun fact: the kidneys filter the blood around 400 times a day. It takes around 25 minutes to clean all the blood in the body. That's actually impressive. Did you know kidney stones are caused by clumps, crystals forming in the kidneys? Most kidney stones are very small and can be passed out in the urine. The largest kidney stone ever was found with the size of a small coconut. What a lot of urine. A grown-up can produce 1 or 2 quarts of urine every day. That will work out as 42,000 quarts during the average lifespan. Nervous system. The internet is a global system of networks of computers, all communicating with each other in the same language and providing information to billions of users all over the world. The internet suddenly didn't exist or badly damaged. Then, until it could be repaired, our mind would suffer, and in some cases, be paralyzed. The nervous system within the body is exactly the same. It acts as a communication network, taking electrical messages and to and from the brain all around. Brain, spinal cord, like peripheral nerves in the arm, peripheral nerves in the legs. So, the electrical messages that are sent around the nervous system travel at about 270 miles per hour. Our jet takes only about 200 per hour. Fun fact: if you took all the nerves that are inside a human body and laid them out, it would be about show you how amazing that is. You start on one side of the globe until got back to where you started, you're still going further. Brain. The brain looks like a massive gray jelly and is very soft. It is protected in a hard bony case called the skull. The human brain is quite large, but wrinkled, which makes it compact. The brain is the body's control center. It's involved with what we do and what we think, as well as what we feel and remember. We also use our brain to learn. The left side of our brain controls the right side of our body, and the right side of our brain controls the left side of our body. Most people are right-handed because the left side of the brain is generally more used more than the right side. Each side of our brain is responsible for different skills. Our right side holds our artistic talent and imagination, while the left side is more responsible for practical abilities and logical thinking. How cool! 4 dissection scans of the brain. Fun facts. Left side, scientific skills, writing and logical and mathematical skills. Right side, spatial awareness, artistic ability, physical ability, left-handed control. Brain cells. Cells that make up the brain are called dude. Branches from the cells called dendrites receive impulses from the nerves while axons transmit them. Our brain intercepts an impulse and can tell where they are coming from and what they are referring to. Brain cells can also store information. Piece of stored information is called memory. One part of our brain for long-term memories. Other no, cerebrum. Other part of the brain sections. Together, they're known as the cerebral hemisphere or cerebrum. Highly organized. It is arranged to areas that relate parts, body, Vision is intercepted at the back of the cerebrum, hearing and speech at the side. Areas for sensation and movement are in the middle. The areas at the front of the frontal lobes control our behavior. Below and to the back of the cerebellum contain this concerned with balance. Below this, brain is connected to the rest of the body by the spinal cord. That was it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.